What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? With y'all, what's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video. Y'all see it, another track day at the track. Getting to it. New combo. First test on the wheels. Now this ain't the first, I'll say this the first run, but I'm not in full on big rim testing mode. I didn't adjust the shock, so they still set up for radials. But you know, I just want to get an idea of what it's doing, mile per hour and all that, cause y'all know we already beat our old previous motor record on the radius. So now we're gonna see what old Meeks do on the wheel. So finna adjust the tire pressure, then we're gonna go on to the stage lane. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the go. BCG fan wheel ready for the first pass on the wheels. See what it do. ticket. Still decent, but it got on the tire pretty good. So we're gonna get back around, check the video out, see what WIITH got, and see what we're working with. So y'all stay. Alrighty, BCG fam, we checking in. Look, y'all see we on the trailer. I told WIITH, I was like, man, I'm not about to get on there and adjust them shots and all that stuff tonight. Cause it's a much more strenuous process I do to like really get in big rim trim. Way more strenuous process. And I just ain't. I said I ain't do it. I just want to try it, get some data. We didn't do no personal best or nothing. Of course, it's spun the tire. I ain't even got time to really observe the ticket. It did put down some serious mile per hour. It most definitely did that. But 60 foot was terrible. It wasn't a good ticket, but I kind of expected it because it's set up for radials. But we finna go on, book out of here, get back, and then this ain't gonna be the end of the vlog. We're gonna see what we get into tomorrow too, so which gonna also be on this vlog. So y'all just stay locked in. BCG fam. Back at home safe. Thank God for a safe trip. Y'all can see the wheels are back on the car. We went and changed them at the track. That's a whole nother vlog. That's a whole nother vlog, so y'all can look forward to that. But it was a good day, man. It was a good night, a smooth night. We got personal best. We're gonna lock the shop up. I'm just showing y'all we back. We can lock the shop up and stuff too. Make sure we got everything where it should be. And then I'll holler at y'all, cause I ain't even got a chance to stop and just look at the tickets and, you know, see the mile per hour. I ain't even just got a chance to I ain't even looked at the passes. Y'all saw them, but I ain't even looked at the pass. But, you know, I'll see them when I get ready to edit, which y'all seeing everything after anyway. But y'all stay tuned. We're gonna check back in a few. Okay, BCG fam, it's the next day. Out here, well, I was just bringing the carburetor pan back. I just sold a carburetor, another one, my last Harley 700. This all I got left at the moment. Somebody supposedly finna get that one, which I had already talked to him a couple weeks. I try to work with people, man, cause I get it, I understand, but I got the 950 Proform still and a Harley 870 Street Avenger. And I may start back building here soon. So the car did amazing. Meats did amazing, man. It really did. It did great, man. And we ran straight out the trailer. The car went a personal best on motor. I'm so proud, man, of that combination I spec. Another successful combination. That's a bad engine. It's a bad car, everything. The rear end choice, the ring and pinion choice I made was right because I was studying the footage. I mean, the RPM drop is significant between shifts. It drops the RPM a lot lower than what it previously was, which was the problem. It was just too violent. Y'all know I done had 1, 2, 3. I done had 4 different ring gears in this car trying stuff out. And it's just too violent. It just makes so much power, man. So ultimately, we knocked some out the transmission. It was about to be on its way to where I was thinking I was going to get it manageable. And then, y'all know what happened. So I made the call because I knew the engine I was specing. I got a good idea of the power it's going to make and stuff. And I said, let me go ahead and take some gear out the rear end again because the engine make more power, is on more nitrous, is more everything. And I'm glad I did because when we do get ready to spray the nitrous, it should take it like a champ. Cause listening to the pass, you'll almost think a power glide in this car because it takes so long to shift. I mean, it calms it down. But the car went faster on motor. It went faster. It definitely picked up some mile per hour. It picked up 3 miles per hour. I had to go back and look at my old ticket. My personal best on motor, it picked up 3 miles per hour from that. And the ET, it was just better all the way across the board. I could get the 60 foot lower, because naturally I expected that. I said the 60 foot's the same. That's let you know it's more power. That's a good indicator. So it's 60 foot's the same as the old setup, but it runs, the rest of the ticket is better all the way from the 330 to the 8 to the mile per hour. It's better all the way across. So that's an indicator that you're making a lot more power and torque, because I have a 350 ring and pinion in this thing now, and I came down from a 370. Originally had a 410, and had a 373, and then had a 370, and now it has a 350. So same 60 foot, but with the smaller or taller ring and pinion. So you gotta think about that. So that's what I said, making more power. Cause if I were to put my old ring and pinion in, which I got it, if I were to put that in, man, it would definitely drop 60 foot, no questions asked. But I think I can get the 60 foot down. So I mean, I was just trying to kind of see where we was at with everything, and it over exceeded. I came back around. Let me tell y'all, man, I came back around. The second pass actually was slower on the tram brake, and I believe it was rushed. Cause I had, somebody in the other lane, so it was rushed. I had to take off. The setup was rushed, but for sure it'll go fast on the tram brake. And I hot lap too, like literally hot lap that transmission. I mean, I ran and came right back around through the staging lane. Nobody was in the lane, and I came right back to the track. So I made 2 passes in under 3 minutes. I made 2 passes. So, that plays a part too. But other than that, man, it was amazing. It was an amazing day. Car performed flawlessly. And the fact that I ran my last personal best, I was on race fuel too. Cause I usually put race fuel in the car when I run, just as a precautionary. But I knew I wasn't using nitrous. I said I want to do something different. And we did that on pure 93, man. It probably got like 17, 16 gallons of gas in it too. And it's heavier, so that's weight. Usually I keep about no more than 5 gallons in it, but it had like 16 gallons of gas in it. So I'm proud of it, man. Meech, you did good, bro. You did good, man. I'm super proud of that combination. It's a bad car. It's a bad car, man. It's only gonna get better. Y'all know that. This the first outing. It's gonna get better. So next outing, I don't know, I don't know next outing, but it will be on nitrous for sure. I'm not gonna just go Hail Mary now. So whatever y'all see is not gonna be everything it got. It's just me, man. I don't never come out of everything I got. I did Dolo like that too. The only time, man, I really turned Dolo up. It's just funny. I was laughing about it the other day. The only time I finally turned Dolo up, and I still didn't turn it all the way up, but I gave it a little more, was when me and my bro G was finna race, man. Chucky, my boy Chucky, Cuddy boy, when we was finna have our friendly race. That's the only time I cut it up a little bit. But if you go back to all the video before that, I really was just A and B, just tickling it, and people probably thought that what it was. Then I gave it a little more power, and then when we broke the rear end all to pieces. And I'm gonna do this car like that too. Just a little something. I ain't gonna Hail Mary it until I'm ready to Hail Mary it, but yeah, man, that's what it is. All in all, it was a good track trip, man. It's a successful track trip. So y'all finally got to see it go down the track, man. I'm happy I got a chance to see what it do, and yeah, man, y'all stay locked in. Yeah. So. All right, BCG fam. Continuation, I told y'all we weren't gonna end the vlog. Gonna be some more stuff called we didn't do but one pass with Meech on the wheel. So today we're at Tire Depot. Y'all know this is where I be all the time. Getting the tires put on Big Merc. I ain't been driving it cause it needed tire, and the tire been in the trunk for a month. The brand new tire that been in the trunk for a month, but we just been so busy running around with everything else. We ain't been driving it. And I need to go ahead and get the exhaust system put on too. Cause the muffler, the hole in the muffler is just making the car run bad. Well, a little worse than what it normally run. So then after that, we finna go get WIITH. my buddy Gene over at A-Rod Performance and pick up some race fuel because my flow gauge is supposed to come in today for the nitrous. So we want to flow the nitrous for big meets, kind of getting ready for the nitrous testing. And I don't have any C23 because I told y'all I can't run C16 no more. So gotta go to A-Rod. We're gonna pick up 5 gallons of C23 and we're gonna get 5 gallons of 110, 112 octane. And then we'll flow the nitrous tonight and be ready to TNT for nitrous next time because we already got the plug. So y'all stay tuned. In a minute, y'all gonna see the thing. Brand new tires. Be ready to roll. BCG fam, y'all see that A-Rod just got what we need. We got the Pro 112 that I normally run. And this is the new fuel we'll be running for the nitrous. Pro Nitrous Extreme. This is one of Renegade's newest fuels because they got Pro Nitrous 120. That one even better. I think the 120 is oxygenated. I can't remember. That's non-oxygenated though. So we're gonna get back to the house and hopefully the parts came. Then we're gonna get to work. Damn, it's yet another day. We got the race gas put up. I came way out here and left the flow gauge. I got to mess with my lavender plants and left the flow gauge, the flow too. Cause got looking at my plant, man. Been growing lavender. Lavender pretty hard to grow, if you didn't know. And I found that from seed it's hard to grow. And I sprouted 9 plants. I got 9 that done grew. And I'm testing which one's gonna put out the best in different conditions. And I believe I just lost one of them cause it just grew a root. That joker got kicked under the soil trying to find it. I said, God, it's gone. One of them gone. So got 8. But the flow tool came yesterday. I need to squeeze that water out of here. The flow tool came. Close the door. And we're gonna get that water out of here. Open the door. I thought I was gonna have something to do out here, but I'm about to explain to y'all why. We ain't even ready to flow it yet. Cause I done ran into a dilemma. A part of the dilemma. But right now, so I'm gonna put this on. Man, spiders. Spider web. And I gotta get in the house and break down some carburetors. We're gonna be back on the carburetor work. Well, still been on it. I just ain't been showing. Put this stuff up. So, I still ain't got a chance to drive that joker right there yet. It's been a good day to drive it. It just be taking that stuff out, man. Oh, here, dog. All right. So look, now y'all see the hood off of me. I was going to drive this nag, but y'all look at this. Man, when I say, and I know it ain't fully charged, it probably charged good enough for the crank up. So I moved all the cars and everything. I come out here, hit the key, it slapped dead. I said I had to leave something on. And I hit the light switch. I just instinctively pushed it. I ain't pay attention whether it went in or not. Cause usually if I leave lights on, and that's a pull switch. So the part light sometimes a little different. So they go to step. But see, then you can turn the knob and have it on, have stuff on too. Cause man, I turned the key. I said my fuel pump already on. I turned the key, I ain't hear nothing. I said, God almighty. So I had left something on. But anywho, so I was getting ready to flow the nitrous. And based on what I have loaded up, and with these being trash can solenoids, meaning big boys, cause it's a 375 solenoid on the nitrous and a 310, which is Nitrous Express is big boys. That's their biggest solenoid. They call trash cans. Calling for 16 PSI on the fuel side, which to me is kind of high for nitrous. I know when people flowing the fuel on with a fogger system, a lot of people, it just normal. I say it's normal for people to use a 72 and a 73 nitrojet. This ain't gonna make sense to some people if you're not familiar with a flow tool, so I get it. I'll show you when I put it together, but for a fogger nitrous system, it's set up differently than a plate. So you got more than one jet, so you gotta, it's a little different. It's a little different. I'm just gonna say that. You got more than one jet on the plate too, but you got a dual entry plate, which are 2 nitrous systems. Then you got single entry like I got. You got a fogger. You got different variables. But for this, you use the same jet that you use on the fuel side. So this this flow tool. Let me see, y'all. So this is the flow tool, which it's gonna have to be calibrated because it ain't at 0. So I'm gonna have to calibrate it. But I already took the jet out, what I need. It's the flow tool, so you have to assemble it, put it together, which I'll show y'all in another video. We'll do a dedicated video so you can see how to flow nitrous. Or maybe you're just curious on what flowing nitrous consists of. You might not need to do it. You really don't need to do it on smaller shots. I mean, you really don't. You start getting the big stuff, you need it flowed. Like this been flowed, that been flowed. It was flowed last time. I just ain't never had a tool, so I'm like, let me get the tool so I have it, and you know, I'll be able to do it myself too. But the problem is, calling for 16, this pump only goes up to 14. Pump only goes up to 14. The regulators, these regulators won't regulate but up to 9 PSI. So you got a problem already. Now, another thing, this is a deadhead regulator with, let me cut this thing off. That ain't sounding crazy. Man, that's my father-in-law, man. Hey, man, I was thinking I'm here, so he pumped something up with the air compressor. Turn it back on. But, okay, so explain what we got going on. Long story short, some old money gonna have to be spent. And I remember me and Jesse were talking about this on the front side when we first went to the new engine, got installed. Said it's out of pump. I forgot all about it. So, deadhead regulator, pump too small for what I need. It won't supply the pressure. I can't remember. These regulators are rebuildable. You can put a diaphragm in them. It kind of look like an accelerator pump. But they rebuildable. Nothing to rebuilding them. But I don't know if these are capable of changing the diaphragm and spring and pushing the pressure up as far as regulating. So now I need to buy a new pump, new regulator, which obviously I'm gonna move the air motor now so I can supply this nitrous, supply the fuel that's needed. The next thing, the regulator, instead of this deadhead, which what does that mean, Jay? So this regulator, you got 2 outlets. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. I got one over here off the car. I got one over here. It's actually for sale. Where is it? Right here. All right, so this is what's on the car and what most people use, the Holley regulator. So a deadhead regulator, which means you cannot run a return on it. You got your inlet and your 2 outlets. So your deadhead, one of your outlet sides gonna be blocked off. But internally, these things set up differently. And then you got your inlet, which comes in from your pump and feeds the regulator, and you regulate the pressure right here. It's similar to like a needle and seat on a carburetor. And then it goes out, flows out to your carburetor. through whatever your choice is. Deadhead regulator set up a little different. They look the same though. I mean, not a deadhead, return style regulator, which is a fuel return like, you know, what you call. Gotta vacuum it up too. Water. So you need a return style, and then, you know, this event will be going to either side. You can use either side for your return, which this is a dash 850. So basically, man, we're gonna have to get a fuel pump. This maybe have to be changed. Well, it don't have to be changed. I just gotta get the right fittings. But the pump, the air motor pump I'm looking at is bigger, slightly bigger. So, I mean, I'm gonna make as much of this work as possible. I better keep this line, and which this is dash 6. I think this is 6. It's an 8 there. I think that's a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to keep this line and then this line, cause this stuff high, and then just buy a line to run out at the other side of the regulator into right here, and then we'll make this the vent. Yeah, that's the vent right there, cause that's just a little block off cap. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna change it, cause that's gonna be a cleaner look. I'm gonna mount the pump right here. You can just splice into the wires right there, and just, that'll be an easy hookup, so that ain't nothing to that. Really ain't gonna have to run no wire. Then mount the regulator and all that, hook up, and then we're gonna run a return to right here in the fuel cell and take this off and have this for a vent. So I can't flow the nitrous until we do that. More parts. And that's where we at. Ooh, it's hot out here, boy, y'all see? So that's where we at. So we're gonna drive battery dead. All type of stuff, man. I know y'all like this video just, some people might say all over the place, but I planned on putting stuff with that video when we ran old meats on the wheels, because it was just too short to not put something else with it. But with that being said, we got the gas, man. We got the fuel that we needed. Now we gotta hold up again. It like this car, since I upgraded this setup and everything else, man, I done had to change everything. Like, I done had to change everything. New carburetor. I done had to change a lot of the other hardware parts, the companion hardware part. Alternator. It just requires more everything, man. Like, it really, this joker just requires more everything. Then the other thing I'm gonna need, so I'm still getting vent. I mean, I'm getting steam that still comes from my catch can, which is basically the problem is I need a larger capacity catch can. I really, it just, man, it's a lot of stuff, man. I need a larger capacity catch can. That's a whole another thing. You gotta like map all this stuff out. Like, they make a dual vent catch can. Moroso make it. I don't know how good it is, so I want to try it out. It's a little stuff, man. A little at a time. So now I got to get this stuff before we get to the nitrous, cause you can't just go out there playing around. Yeah, I can spray it. I can spray it with what I have now, but I have to turn it down. Like, you won't be seeing full power. I have to really turn it down. And that's another reason people might have noticed why there is no fuel pressure gauge for reference, because the nitrous is flowed. A fuel pressure gauge within the line is literally just a reference point. Might not even be accurate, especially when you're talking about fuel flowing through a jet. So, different ball game than just going straight into a line versus going through a fuel jet. So that's why there's no gauge in the line, cause it gets flowed. Jesse had the flow tool, so Jesse flows it. But now I got it too, so I can flow it as well. But that's that. But yeah, man, I'm finna get on the website, get this shopping, and make sure I got my eyes, I got a plan. Just make sure this is what I'm gonna get. And you know, we're gonna get it going, man. So I'm gonna see if this thing gonna crank. Hopefully it's charged up enough now. I'm really gonna have to go ahead and buy an AGM charger, like I've been talking about. You know, so I'll start having to use this charger. It's not gonna fully charge the battery. Might do just another crank it up. Then I'm gonna have to drive it around, let it charge up. So, you know. But I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all later. BCG, we out.